So we are less than 2 weeks away from the release of Mindseye. I don't know about most people, but this is certainly going to be up there as a Game of the Year contender for 2025. It's such an interesting concept for what they're trying to go for in this game and what they're going to try and bring to the table, and hopefully it is something very much new that we've not seen before. And of course, with a brand new IP, there's obviously going to be a lot of new features added into this game, such as the driving mechanics, the shooting mechanics, and even parts of the story. So today I'm going to go over some of the 5 that I want to see the most, and ones that could definitely interest me going into this game. And after the video, let me know what you guys think down below and what you want to see in this game going forward, especially if it comes to a DLC or any other additional content. But without further ado, let's kick things off with number 5. Now up first, of course, we have the open world. Whilst the developers have said that this is not actually going to be fully open world, but it will be known as a Fox open world, meaning that the game will have mostly elements of open world, but of course will mainly be focused on the full narrative of the story. Now this is probably meaning that it's going to be sanctioned to some areas, meaning we can drive around, but it's going to be something like Watch Dogs where you can only drive a certain amount. And I'm really not too bummed about driving around the whole city, as the city looks alright and we do have an electric car to do that, but of course I'm really more interested in the story. And it seems like driving around most areas is going to seem like a ton of fun to most players. Not to mention we're also going to be getting vehicle combat, which is going to be an absolute game changer when driving, and will definitely give a lot of great cinematic moments throughout the story, and definitely something that we've seen plenty of times before, but hopefully something that's updated and a little bit more fresh. And I imagine there will definitely be a lot of aircraft sequences which are going to be absolutely flawless in this game. But anyway, let me know your guys' thoughts on this down below. What are you most excited about in the traversal side of things of Mindseye? And do you think we really need an open world in order for the game to be successful? Let me know down below. Now let's move on to probably the best feature in this game, and that is of course the Mindseye Artificial Intelligence, which is mainly going to be used as an AI mechanic, allowing you to solve puzzles and do stealth a little bit more easily. And also it seems like in the gameplay trailer you are actually able to target enemies, similar to that of Red Dead Redemption 2. And it also does say altered combat, which is probably going to be a way to pilot the drone like you see in this footage right here. But in my personal opinion, I think this is probably one of the features that will make what people want to play more of what Mindseye has to offer. Especially when there's a mechanic that's very different that would allow people to encounter more gunplay and actually enjoy it. And I do have a feeling that the Mindseye itself probably will play a very big part in the story. And with the game being named after itself, it probably is going to be the selling point as to what this is actually all about and what this AI is capable of. Especially living in a world where AI is just dominating everything right now, and especially seeing something like this go rogue in a video game would definitely be very good to see. But as far as the Mindseye itself goes, that's really all the information that has been put out so far. And I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on what you think the Mindseye could actually mean down in the comment section down below. Now moving on to number 3, we of course have the brand new drone, which is going to bring a whole new perspective to this game. Now the biggest theory for this is that it's probably going to be used mostly during missions and allow you to sneak into places you probably wouldn't be able to do during as a regular human being. And it also seems, going by the description, having a stun function, which is definitely going to be used a lot during combat. And like we saw in the trailer, it of course will be able to have the ability to mark enemies, which is going to be an absolute game changer during combat sessions. If the game does in fact feature a photo mode, I'd love to absolutely use the drone to its advantage and get some incredible shots of the city you could use for a wallpaper on your PlayStation or Xbox. And like I said earlier, this is actually built into the Mindseye AI, which is going to be able to use in and out of combat, especially during the story. Along with its other functions, we're probably just going to have to see what it can pull off while in the game. It would also be incredible if the drone was also used as an ammo supply, so it could shoot you some extra ammo if you do in fact run out. But of course, leave your thoughts and comments of the drone down below. And of course, probably the best part of this game is of course the partial open world you're able to use. And along with that, you're going to need some really good vehicles to upgrade your arsenal and take on the bad guys. Judging by the description, you will be able to ride drones, cars, and also armoured sedans, as well as floating motorbikes. So you really are spoiled for choice when it comes to Mindseye. And the game has eventually taken a little page out of Grand Theft Auto's playbook and made the vehicles fully customizable. Probably not to the extent of what Grand Theft Auto was able to do, but I guess we're just going to have to see and actually look at it for ourselves. And like with all types of games that involve driving, this is probably going to be one of the best aspects of Mindseye. The only thing I'd really change here is only if the game was fully open world that you would actually get the most out of the vehicles in the game. And with plenty of cars being featured in Mindseye, there's going to be something for absolutely everyone. But let me know what you guys think of the cars aspect, and what would you like to see coming into the game going forward with future updates. Now of course, last up in this list is of course customization taking the number 1 spot. The customization is obviously going to be allowing you to make anything you want, with whether that's races or even making your own campaign missions, etc. and the amount of possibilities you could do with this is probably endless. And the reason why they're doing this is of course the developers want to push more about game development and what it actually truly means to make a video game. But this is going to be definitely a prime selling point to the game, especially when there's so many different things you could do within this mode, and giving the player as much customization as possible. And with these types of customization options, we could see a whole different community of crazy new builds we could be able to play on. And I would also express to people who are actually interested in game development to actually give this mode a go. But this mode also does have some kind of potential for failure or success, but we're just going to have to find out and wait and see. But with most of the hype surrounding this game and the possibility of it being actually successful or not, it's definitely a very unique aspect to bring to this game. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below of these Mindseye features, and let me know what you want to see the most in this game. Me personally, this game has everything it has to be great right now, and it definitely seems like it could definitely be a very fun ride for most people who enjoy Grand Theft Auto and Cyberpunk. So as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like down below, or if you didn't like it, change it to a dislike, and you can catch my next one on the screen now. Take care and peace.